This is our third example in section 9.3 on special right triangles, more specifically using special right triangle 30, 60, 90 ratios. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Again, the most important thing is to recognize what kind of triangle you have so that you can apply the appropriate strategy. So I see it's a right triangle. I see it has an angle of 60, which means this angle here has to be 30. The three angles of any triangle add up to 180. So I see it's a 30, 60, 90, which means I can use my 30, 60, 90 ratio of 1 to root 3 to 2 to solve it. If it's not a 30, 60, 90, you're going to have to use one of our other techniques to solve it, like the Pythagorean theorem. All right, so I know the 1 goes with the side opposite the 30. So here's my 30. So opposite that is my y. So that's going to get a 1. And then here's my 60. So opposite that is going to get the root 3. So this is my shortest leg, longest leg, and then the hypotenuse gets a 2. And then all I need to do is set up some proportions and solve those to figure out what x and y are. So this side I've got two numbers, so I'm going to use that as my ratio in both of my proportions. So I'm going to do red over black, so I have root 3 over 7. We'll start with x, so I did red over black, so I need to do 2, which is red, over x, which is black. And this is going to get a little bit more complicated, but the basic idea of solving it is the same. So cross multiplying, I have x times root 3, and then 7 times 2 is 14. I'll divide both sides by root 3. Those cancel, and I'm left with x is equal to 14 over root 3. And typically in math we don't like to have a square root in the denominator of a fraction, so we're going to rationalize that. And we're going to do that by multiplying by 1, but we're going to multiply it by a special form of 1. So since our denominator is root 3, the form of 1 that I'm going to multiply by is root 3 over root 3. So this really is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So really I'm not changing the value of this, I'm just changing how it looks. So in the numerator I have 14 root 3. In the denominator I have root 3 times root 3, which is root 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So you can see how this technique gets rid of the square root in the denominator. This should look familiar from algebra. So I have 14 root 3 over 3 for x. All right, let's go ahead and work on y. Again, I'm going to use this same ratio of root 3 over 7, so red over black, root 3 over 7. And then red over black, so 1 over y. We'll cross multiply again and get y root 3, and then 7 times 1 is 7. Divide both sides by root 3. Those cancel. I'm left with y is equal to 7 over root 3. Again, we have this square root in the denominator, which we don't like. So we'll multiply by this weird form of 1. So in the numerator, I have 7 times root 3. And again, just to repeat, root 3 times root 3 is root 9. And root 9 is 3. So the whole denominator just becomes 3. So our value of y is 7 root 3 over 3. So again, another video that I strongly recommend you watch at least one more time. You know, you were taking notes the first time, so maybe watch it through the second time where you don't have to take any notes on it. Figure out if you have any questions and get those answered, and we'll see you next time.